Welcome. Tim Bart's here, McArthur Ford. We're in Las Vegas today at Digital Dealer. First day session. How's my audio sound? Because of course, this is not my normal setup. So I just want to make sure everybody can hear me okay. So somebody give me a thumbs up if they can hear me okay. It's probably the video freezing up. Oh, man. Okay, so my internet is not the greatest here, so let me just test and make sure. Um, how is everything going? So everybody can hear me okay, or is it the freeze? This happened last year a little bit. You guys remember last year when we did this? I did this in Vegas last year, and it froze. I had to restart it. So I'm gonna hopefully help um, get this going without having to do that. So let's see if I can switch over internet without it like really messing up. Probably shouldn't try this. Should I? Hopefully it gets connected fast enough. How's that? Any better? We'll test that out for a little bit. Any better now? Welcome. Anybody? All right. Looks like it's maybe getting better. What do you guys think? Tim, what's wrong? It's the stupid internet in this hotel is what it is. Uh, how's it going? Any better? Yes, bad Wi-Fi. How's it going? You guys hear me okay? Any better now? I don't know. Nope, still having issues. Still dragging. Yes. Okay, because now my speed's up quite a bit now, it looks like. Audio good, but not video. Okay, well, good, because really, that's all you guys care about is hearing what I have to say, because I don't have a lot of graphics today anyway. So I might. Good audio, video struggling. Okay, well, I'm going to get going. Video is dragging, so I'm going to get going and just see if it does better. So I'm using my phone's Wi-Fi, believe it or not. Maybe I'll just throw it over there by the by the window here. Throw it over by the window and see if that gets any faster for us. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. Sorry about that. So video is not. Okay, well, you guys can just close that off, I guess. So you might want to listen to the podcast. So anyway, we're gonna actually. I need my phone. I forgot all my notes were on my phone. Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna dive in and do the best we can and hope that the video struggles or fixes itself here. It's still bouncing back and forth on this. Have yet to get a green for that. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and keep going then. We're just going to hope for the best here and see what happens here. So, again, episode 61, just like the one last year, it was not the greatest. I've got to find better Wi-Fi or something, but the hotel Wi-Fi here is spotty at best. So, and I'll have to make sure they next year I'll say, get me a room as close to the middle as possible, right? So, okay, well, welcome in everybody, of course, also to the loyal members that are in here as well. So, yep. So, I do have a face for radio, so you guys can just kind of just put something over the screen and you can just listen along. But so, of course, I do want to thank everybody coming in. Don't forget, we are going to record this as an audio track. So, and you can check it over the podcast if you want to. So if you want to jump off, I totally would understand, and then you can listen to the podcast later. All the favorite podcasting channels that you can expect are available. Flashing that up on the screen. Maybe I should just leave that up on the screen. And check out one of those, whatever your favorite one is. Just search for FordVideoGuy. Also, don't forget, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the red subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And don't forget to smash the like button as well on the video. And of course, if you do want to become a member, I mentioned the loyal members in here, those with those Logos beside their names are members here. If you want to become a member, you can just on any of the videos or our YouTube channel hit that join button, and you can learn a little more about it, as well as then go ahead and join after that. If you are watching on an iPhone or an iPad, more the mobile devices versus the desktop, you can of course find it, but it's a little harder. You have to go into your web browser, Safari browser, and you then have to, at that point, you can go to our YouTube channel. At one point you will not see that join button there, but if you click on the A's up in the left hand corner, the big A, little a, that takes you into your settings for the browser. Go to request desktop website, and if you do that, once it refreshes, you will be able to see that join button. So if you do want to, if you're on an iOS device, that's how you would find that. So all right, so any better audio, we'll see. I got some orange. So yellow. Okay, well that's hopefully it's a little bit better for you. And okay, also don't forget some of the videos, we've had some Bronco videos go live in the last couple days. The 23 Bronco base video complete guy went live last Friday, the 23 Big Ben yesterday, the 23 Black Diamond today. Tomorrow we'll have the Outer Banks, and then the Heritage Edition after that, and the Badlands on Friday. So we have got you covered this week, and then we'll get back when I get back on Friday, Saturday, record some for next week to finish out our Bronco. And then this week we will not be doing a Facebook Live, so if you're wondering about that, I will be on a plane at that time, so I will not be able to do that. So we'll not be doing a Facebook Live this week. And don't forget, you can always find links to everything we talk about down in the description. Check that out as we go through that. So you will see, go this way. Right here is our agenda. So today's agenda, so if you're able to see the video, if the video freezes, then at least you can still see this, right? So we're going to go through this. Dealer I want to highlight is from Paul this week. Paul said, I wanted to give you a great review and call out to the dealer that handled my order, Sioux Falls Ford in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. They honored the original pricing quote from the time of the order, and the entire purchase was very pleasant, even suggesting some items to place on the order list to make sure I got the most of the truck. And they ordered an F-150 from them. They said engine block heater, rapid supplement heater as well. So great, congratulations there. Good job, Sioux Falls Ford and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It sounds like they're a good dealer you can work with. All right, moving on down, let's go to scheduling notes and information. And on this one, I'm going to have to pull up my other notes. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my internet. How are you looking? It's not looking good. Okay. All right. I don't know how it's going there, but hopefully you guys can follow along. We hear you good. Okay. All right. Well, I'll just go along, and then if the video's not good, then oh well. Okay. So I don't have a lot of graphics for today. I just thought I'd try to answer your guys' questions and everything. So, all right. Anyway, hopefully it doesn't freeze up when I look like that or something like that, right? Okay. Anyway, so scheduling for this week. Now, again, talking to those people that are fairly new here, when we talk about scheduling, that means this week on Thursday, certain model lines will schedule for production dates they're scheduling them for production in the future, right? So we're going to talk about that. So the 23 Mustang is not scheduling this week for any production dates in the future. It does say order. Not at least for this week. Order generation will take place the weekend of 10/14. So it looks like they're working towards being able to schedule 23s. 22 Escape scheduling. They are scheduling this week, which is good because we had 13 that carried over from last month to this week or to this month. So we need those. So they're scheduling this week. S Series has balanced out for 22. SEL Tech Package, Titanium Elite Package, Titanium Premium Package have balanced out for 22 as well. For stock order type. So the 23 model year Bronco Sports is not scheduling. 23 Ford Edge is not scheduling. 22 Bronco, it says, actually it's supposed to be 23 Bronco, is scheduling this week, it looks like. And then 23 Explorer, which we do have on Bronco, we do have another 8 allocations for this week. So that's always good to see. 23 Explorer, retail scheduling only, which is what you guys are looking to do. 23 Expedition is not scheduling, which also means the Navigator wouldn't schedule. And by the way, Corsair would go along with Escape, so they should be scheduling as well. And then 22 Maverick. It says 22 Maverick has been 22 Maverick has been balanced out, and it says 23 Maverick begins scheduling October 20th, which is a week from this week. But we have 65 that are previewing this week. So I don't know. Of course, we had some previewing last week, and then they didn't schedule. So just to let you know, who knows? It could schedule this week. So we'll just have to see how things look on Wednesday and Thursday. If we don't see anything previewing, then we know it won't happen. But we'll just have to see. So, yep, lost it. Hey, I'm in green now. We better now? So now, first time getting green, I got a good 10,000 or more kilowatts per second. Oh man, I just lost it, so I shouldn't say anything. All right, well, hopefully it gets better. So those of you who missed it, 23 Maverick, we don't know basically if it's going to schedule or not. We have 65 previewing. Originally, we were going to get 63 allocations for the start of this, but maybe it was 63 from the previous allocations and 2 more. But we have 65 allocations, it looks like. So they gave us a couple. I mentioned they were going to start giving extras here and there, more than what they originally planned. So keep that in mind. 23 Ranger is not scheduling. 23 F-150 says 22 model year is balanced out. Doesn't say whether or not they're scheduling. But we do have some F-150s previewing, I believe, and we're supposed to have some scheduled this week. So I think it might be scheduling for the 23. So that is, they're talking about 22 there. The 22 Super Duty says targeted week of for week 46, which I can't remember which week that is. We're going to probably be 11/21 or 11/28. And early to backfill gaps, not to exceed 10,000 total orders scheduled. So they are trying to finish out the 22 allocations here. 22, actually, it should be 23. Transit Connect Van and Wagon is not scheduled this week. 23 Transit is not scheduled this week. And 23 Mach-E, it says extended limited U.S. scheduling. So they're going to do a limited scheduling for the Mach-E for this week. So we'll just see how that goes. And then, see, I didn't talk about Aviator. Navigator would be with Expedition, so it's not scheduling either. And then the Explorer would go with the Aviator, so it could schedule. But I don't think there's very many scheduling. So there we go. So there's our scheduling notes and information. So let's get into some dealer notes, because there's a lot of dealer notes that I want to cover. A lot of things that have come up in the last week that I want to talk about. One of them is I do want to kind of reflect back to last week. I mentioned to everybody last week that you could, on the Maverick, you could change the trim and body code. And although that is true, and that hasn't changed, I will tell you this: if you make a change to the trim or body code, it could change your receipt date from the original order date to the date that you make those changes. So you might think about how you make those changes. I know we made a few for some customers, and those moved, and I'll try to, with those customers, I'll try to make sure that I try to prioritize in there where I think they should go for those orders, just because of that. But just keep that in mind. Another thing that can change the receipt date, other than the trim and the body code, is also the type. So if your X plan, and you want to tell your dealer X plan, if they switch it from retail to X plan, that could affect it. So you're better off on those orders just waiting until later to change that. But there you go. Also, 23 Lightning Pro, the price did go up. And I think it's maybe a little misleading out there, because even though they noticed on the website the Lightning Pro price went up like $5,000, it made people think that maybe the Pro will be available to order for the next wave, and that is not true. So just so you know, that price went up, and basically in here I actually have the information on that. It says due to ongoing supply chain constraints, rising material costs, and other market factors, we will continue to monitor pricing across the model year. So that price did go up. I didn't read that part of the sentence. It says current converted retail orders awaiting scheduling are not affected by this. So if you have a Pro that's not scheduled yet, your price won't go up. You're locked into what you had originally. So Ford usually won't do that. And it does say that 23 F-150 Lightning Pro Series is now sold out for retail customers. The 23 Lightning Pro availability will continue for customers that meet the eligibility qualifications for the commercial order bank. So if you're a fleet customer, that's the new price for you. So that's basically they did raise the price, and so for those fleet dealers that are wanting to put in orders and aren't able to, those are who can order a Pro, but that price will be $5,000 more. So they'll now be $51,974, which that price should hold for when Pros do become available again, which isn't guaranteed for this model year. It's been told it's sold out, but just keep that in mind. I just noticed a comment now. I won't be able to because what I'm using here this week, I can't see the tags for Law McArthur. So I'm going to try to just see questions there. But X Plan is for people that have a partner plan, Mustang, Club of America, people like that. They get special pricing if they do that. Basically, it's invoice, pretty close to invoice pricing. All right. So moving on. The next note I had, phone died on me. Didn't die, but went off. Okay. Also, one note too on Lightning before we move on. 23 Lightning Wave 4 is going out soon. So we have invites going out real soon. I did notice we did get updated this week. In fact, today I looked and we do have 12 invites for customers. So we have our next 12 customers are looking like they're going to get a Wave 4 invite. So 9 in Wave 3, we're going to get 12 in Wave 4. This is looking good. So emails went out. I don't have the graphics on that. Thank you, William Smith, for sending that to me. And I haven't had a chance to look at a lot of my emails. But he sent me the email that was sent out to Lightning holders saying that their goal is to get invites out to everyone that has a reservation by summer of 23, which that is great news. Basically saying if as long as it has the trim that you want and is available, then their goal is that you're going to get invited to submit that order by the end of the next summer. They probably are seeing that most of the people are going to wait. So if you do get an invite and you know what configuration you want is sold out, don't do anything with it. Don't cancel your reservation. Keep it, and that invite will stay there and be available to you when you're ready to order. So when Pro version does come available, then you'll be able to go in there and convert that invite to an order. So do not do that. So if you want your Lightning but you want the Pro version, you definitely need to just leave it in there. Don't cancel your reservation, okay? No matter what your dealer says, don't cancel it. So that is yours. They can't mess with that. So Andrew, thanks for the $5 donation. Says, hi, Tim. I ordered my Maverick from Lonnie. I got my confirmation from Ford. That's a good thing. I will order my Bronco from Lonnie when the docks open. All right. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. And good to know. We should have everything confirmed. I haven't actually, since I've been traveling, I haven't actually looked at our COVP, but we should have some pretty good, almost all of our approvals. All of ours are submitted for COVP. You don't have to worry about, any of that and such. So, all right. So, let's see. Next thing. Oh, the steering wheel. So last week I mentioned something that Ford was coming out with and talking about the change to the steering wheel and heated removal. The heated feature removed from the steering wheel, as well as the side view mirror and vehicle configurations that have that. And I said it was 22 only, and I could have swore the page said 22 only, but now this week it is showing 23, and they updated it for this week. So for those of you that weren't paying attention, or were not paying attention, but weren't here last week, and when I talked about this, so Ford is saying because of constraints and such, they're needing to add an option called mirrors, side view, heated glass removal, which is option 76X, as well as the option for removing the heated from the steering wheel, which was, what was that option code? 94X. So they are going to keep the heated steering wheel option on there. So that will need to be removed from vehicles that have the heated steering wheel for the 23 model year. But those that have the mirror, the heated mirror, they have said at this present time they are not going to have you add that option. So that's a good thing. So originally their thought was, because of the way everything was going, that they would have to add that option for the heated mirrors. But at this present time, they will not. The option code is going to stay on the order guide, but not be available to be selected by dealers. But the heated steering wheel will need to be selected by dealers for yours to get scheduled. So keep that in mind, and that's just kind of an update. It is for 23 model year, not 22. So I wanted to update that. Also, 23 F-150 order cancellations. So there are some. I might need to get my glasses out for this. You guys can't see me anyway, right? All right. So hang it up for tonight. Catch you next week. Oh man, is it still not working? Dropping like flies. Oh, well, shoot. Anyway, I'm going to keep it going, and then that way I can record this. I'll update this as a podcast, and hopefully you guys will get to watch and get to listen to that a little bit better. And I think that will go better, and I might even do a quick little video from my phone, so that audio only will be fine. Okay. Anyway, all right. So yes. So you state the Mirage. Don't count on your internet. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is the order cancellation. So there are some orders that are affected and need to be canceled for the 23 F-150 due to a plant mismatch error. So there's some situations where where like one of the examples was that there was a Dearborn only option that was scheduled for production at Kansas City, and those could not be built. So it's a mismatch. So those orders will need to be canceled, or they will be canceled by Ford on October 14th. So they said dealers need to make sure that the COVP is submitted for approval by the 13th on those orders, so that they can be given their replacement F-150 allocation for those. So basically, the dealers will receive back their allocations for all those vehicles, and then you'll need to submit the new replacement order by October 21st and have the COVP submitted again. So anyway, that's just kind of a note for dealers. Make sure you're doing that. Moving on, the 23 Mustang Mach-E. All right, so updated select. Now this actually came out after the live stream last week. So the select order bank on the Mach-E is closed now. Does not affect the others. You can still order a premium, a GT, a Route 1. You just cannot order a select. It is sold out for 23 model year. So a little update on that. Also on the Transit Connect. So they said because they were not able to schedule all the 22 Transit Connect orders, and so there will be a transition customer satisfaction private offer of $6,000 for those that did not get scheduled and for 22 and are going to need to order a 23. So they'll need to go in there, order a 23, and of course you would have to have a COVP certified order from 22 to receive the private offer, just like we have been seeing in the Maverick. So that's also came out this week too. And so there you go. And the Super Duty order bank for 23 will open up on October 27th. So that is not the 17th, but the 27th. So, all right. Okay, moving on. Order guide updates. The 23 F-150 steering wheel and mirror option was added to the 23 F-150, as we mentioned before. So those are updated for that. Also, build and price is now up on 23 Bronco Sport and finally the 23 F-150. So that is up and running. So there you go. If you're looking to do the build and price on those two, you still can order both of those right now. The build and price is available on Ford's website right now. So moving on to Is It True? So for this week, so Ford Authority had put it out there. Actually, I mentioned this last week about the Ford Maverick getting the depopulated key. So on the XL and XLT trim, the keyless entry key fob, that remote where you can unlock and lock it in a panic and with a flip key, you're supposed to get 2 of those on the XL and XLT. So last week I had mentioned that they added it to the order guide for a depopulated key, which means we get one with a remote and one that would be just the key alone as an option. And I had asked the brand manager and confirmed it on the live stream last week that is an option they added to the order guide, but they don't intend to be able to act on that and put that and make that change at this present time. Ford Authority on Friday released an article saying that it was happening. So a lot of people were unsure. They were, frustrated and such. I did get confirmation yesterday from the brand manager that they have not initiated that. You will get 2 remote keys as of right now. So that has not gone into effect. So just keep that in mind that way. So anyway, I can't believe this video is not working. All right, so moving on. Tonight's topic was on what's trending in digital automotive. One of the things I want to highlight is why do I go to digital dealer twice a year, and why do they have this conference twice a year other than like NADA, which has it once a year? Right? Why twice a year? Well, because things move so much faster in digital marketing and with digital things going on that they do it twice a year to be able to get people together and to go over some new, what's fresh, what's new, what's going on, right? And so, that's one of the things that the reason we go, I usually like to make sure I go at least once a year. And lately I've been going twice a year because I pick up on something every time I go. So, pre-COVID, now we have no audio. That's awesome. That's great. So pre-COVID, I went to Digital Dealer, and we actually learned a lot more about digital, about being able to do online order or online 100% online buying experience, And so we had actually signed up with a customer altogether. So we had, signed up with one vendor that said, hey, this is how we're going to do this. And when COVID hit, we were set to go. We were doing online ordering, online everything. If we wanted to, credit app, payments, everything online completely, and that helped us get through COVID. So it was kind of like preemptive. So we were ahead of the curve. So dealers that are progressive and want to learn the most and be ahead of the most when it comes to marketing, digital marketing, website, things on your website, a good, website provider and such. What are some good things you can have on your website that customers are looking for, that kind of thing. All those things are going to be available, or that you learn a lot about that at the digital dealer. So I noticed, so this week, I kind of looked at what kind of episodes or kind of things we talked about this week. I'm sorry, folks. This not having the video is really driving me nuts. I keep looking at the red flashing at me down here, and it's throwing me off. So one of the things that I noticed a lot of people were talking about is what we call the shift or pivoting in today's market. So because of the constraints with getting inventory and not getting inventory easily for new vehicles, it's created dealerships that have to pivot, have to think outside the box and change, things. And so that's been a talk. It was a talk actually in the spring, as well as still a discussion now of how are dealerships doing this? How are they, picking up and pivoting in today's market with the new cars not being readily available? There was a panel of about 8 people, top dealers in the country, different manufacturers and such, up there on the panel, and most of them said they had like inventory like in the single digits, maybe 12. And so they were talking about that and saying that now they're like to order to sell, which is what Ford's been having to do for over a year now, and that's what they're having to go to. So it's a little bit of change, and because of that, you don't really need new car marketing. Why market? Like you used to be able to do, like an F-150 said, we have so many in stock, prices are slashed, we have too many in stock, we need to sell them. That kind of advertising is not really needed right now. If you see what Ford's doing right now, is all their advertising for new vehicles is all geared towards ordering, right? Order and get this, lock in this rate or this rebate, right? That's what it's all about right now. And so, shifting your marketing is changed. Like you'll find with us, we don't do any new car marketing right now. We do more of a brand marketing approach on all of our TV commercials and on our YouTube ads and such like that. It's all geared around branding and working with different, influencers. We have one influencer that we use on that we work with that actually grew up in Salina, and so what we're doing over there is we're working with her. She's actually in Kansas City, and we work with her. And so if somebody's looking for home improvement projects and stuff like that, they've probably seen her show Bargain Mansions on HGTV, that Tamara Day, and so we work with her. She's cut a commercial. She drives one of our vehicles. Do the same thing. If you're a K-State fan, you probably are aware that we're working with Adrian Martinez, and which is a great. I mean, we lucked out on that because it's a K-State's doing great. He's a great quarterback that's probably going to be in the NFL, just like we worked with Skylar Thompson last year, that's in the NFL and even played this last week for Miami Dolphins. So we work with them. So we do some of that shifting of what we do. So, and then of course they talk about the culture is also really big, and what is the culture in the dealership and how to change the culture of the sales, the way that the sales treat their customers, and creating that transparent. That's been a shift in culture as well lately. So learn all these different trending things in digital automotive, and so it's always important. I always say if I come to one of these conferences and I get something really good out of it, then I can take it back and learn and use it and utilize it at the dealership. And last year's something I learned, and not the one in Vegas last year, but the one in Tampa. So it'd be like a year and about 18 months ago that something I learned there actually is why I have this YouTube channel that has all these weekly episodes, live streams every week, is because of something I learned there that helped me to get exposure out there, and so that worked really well. So anyway, all right, everybody's having issues being able to hear. Sound is iffy now, so it is recording, so I will post this up as a live stream. In fact, I may not have Q&A. Actually, that's all I had for this episode other than questions, so I don't think you guys are even able to hear me anymore. So I might actually not have any questions this week and just have this just a short live stream here, since you guys aren't able to hear me very well. So, so anyway, so I'm not going to have live Q&A here. So anyway, so post any questions you have, if you can hear me, down in the description, and we'll try to answer all your questions that we can down there. Or all the emails right here. You can always post those down there, and you can see, of course, send those questions to FordVideoGuy@gmail.com and such. So yeah. So other than that, I guess you guys can't hear me, so I gotta figure this out, because in Tampa it wasn't that bad. I was able to do a live stream and you guys were able to hear me just fine, and it worked out good, but evidently it's not working here very well, so I'm gonna have to do something a little bit differently. So anyway, so I think McArthur gave it up. Yep, I think we will. This is not good luck. All right. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much. If you can still hear me, I appreciate you at least giving it a try. And if you lasted this long, then you're a true fan of the McArthur YouTube channel. Thank you very much. And I guess that's about it. So we'll just cut it for our losses here and see if I can have a little bit better luck down in the casino. So I hope you guys have a good week. And good luck in getting your Mavericks and your vehicles scheduled as well. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.